Hello everybody, welcome to a tropical update here. This is the wide view Atlantic here. We got an active worldwide tropics here. So I'm just gonna let you know this is probably gonna be another long update here. If you want to get the latest on Super Typhoon GONI, probably skip to the middle part of this video because I'm gonna go through the weakest to strongest storms here. But here let's start off with Tropical Depression 29L, which just recently formed here in the Atlantic right now. You can see it on this wide view. Here's a closer look at it on infrared satellite imagery here. The tropical depression here. We get to see this gradually getting better and better organized. It's forecast to become our next name system, which the next name up would be on a Greek alphabet Eta, and it's forecast to peak as an 85-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane near the Nicaragua, Honduras area of Central America here, as it kind of stalls around that general part of the world. See right here, it's forecast to kind of stall here as it either makes landfall in Nicaragua or Honduras there as a 85-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane as of this latest National Hurricane Center update. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time advisory number 1. Center is currently located at 15.0 degrees north, 73.2 degrees west. Maximum sustained moment winds at 35 miles, not 75, at 35 miles per hour, excuse me. Moving due west at 15 miles per hour, as you can see in this latest forecast cone. And here's the key messages for this storm as well. If you want to stop the video right now and read that. Switching basins, here's a look at the Western Pacific right now, really active Western Pacific. We got Tropical Depression 23W, also known as Atsani. Then we also got Super Typhoon 22W, also known as GONI, which is a catastrophic Category 5. First, I just want to briefly brush over Tropical Depression 23W, also known as Atsani. 30-knot system right now, which is about 35 miles per hour, which of course makes this a tropical depression here, and it's forecast to intensify and either make landfall near or at peak intensity there over the Philippines as an 80-knot Category 1 typhoon, which is 80 knots is about, I think, 85 miles per hour here. Either make landfall over the Philippines or come close to making landfall in the Philippines here, because model spread is still kind of uncertain here. Some models take it away from the Philippines towards kind of the Taiwan area, and some take it straight towards the Philippines here. So please keep a close eye on this typhoon here and see what comes of it here. And here's satellite imagery of the typhoon, not the typhoon, the tropical depression, I should say, right now, and really kind of disorganized at this point. But like I said, it is forecast to eventually turn into our next typhoon for the Western Pacific here. And for the big one, this update, Super Typhoon, catastrophic Category 5 Super Typhoon GONI, also known as ROLLY in the Philippines here. A 170 knot Category 5 Super Typhoon, 170 knots, which is about 195 miles per hour, which is equivalent to about 310 kilometers an hour. And these are sustained winds we're talking about right now. This is not gusts. These are sustained winds of 195 miles per hour, or 170 knots, or 310 kilometers an hour sustained winds, with gusts even higher than that, gusts up to 205 knots here, which is about 236 or 35 miles per hour. So that's just incredible. And in kilometers an hour, I believe that's 290 or so, not 290, 390, I believe, kilometers an hour. So this is just an incredible situation here we're talking about here, an incredible life-threatening situation, I mean, here. And it's forecast to be a 115 knot category, looks like Category 4 typhoon there by around November on 6 UTC there, but it looks better than this latest forecast cone from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, as you can see there. So 115 knots is about 135, I believe, 135 or 130 miles per hour. So that would make it firmly still a Category 4 equivalent typhoon. And as it exits, either making landfall over just south of Manila, which is the capital of the Philippines, coming off as a 75 knot, or I think that's about 85 miles per hour typhoon, 85 or so typhoon miles per hour there, 80 or 85, and then eventually go out back into the South China Sea, and looks like hit Vietnam as a moderate and tropical storm of about 55 knots, which is about, I think, 65 miles per hour, and it's a really incredible storm here, really record-breaking storm as well too. Here's the satellite imagery of the super typhoon here, and you can see that white CDO, that not little, but that big kind of CDO there. That all that white is over, or at least they're over negative 80 degrees Celsius. Cloud tops you're looking at there, and that's off the scale on this band of satellite imagery here. This is the rainbow band off of Himawari 8, and you can see as it makes landfall over Catawana's island there, the eye of course starts to shrink and fade there due to land interaction. Here's wider vapor imagery, and it shows a wider perspective of things. You of course see tropical depression at Sony to your right, in dead center, catastrophic Category 5 super typhoon GONI right now, as it made landfall over the Philippines there. Really a remarkable system, the strongest storm in this basin since Super Typhoon Haiyan in November 2013. Just to put that into perspective, the last storm of this magnitude for this basin was Super Typhoon Haiyan in 2013. So just to put that in perspective, just how rare this is here. You usually get storms of this magnitude every 10-15 years or so in this part of the world here. So really incredible stuff we're looking at right now in the Western Pacific. Here's another closer look at infrared imagery there, and you can see just the really pronounced eye there starting to clear out. Then all of a sudden it hits land there, and it starts to shrink there due to land interaction all of a sudden there. And again, just look at that area of gray, dark gray right there. That's all negative 80 degrees Celsius cloud tops you're looking at right there, or higher with this typhoon here. So really incredible stuff here. And here's a radar lastly of the storm right now. Let me see if I can put it on to loop here. I guess it doesn't want to go to a loop here, but you can see right there the eye right over the city of Virac in Catanawanas right now in the Philippines. I don't know why the loop's not wanting to load here. That's giving me a little bit of an issue here. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, you can see there a really catastrophic Category 5 super typhoon. You see right there on your screen right there. Look at that. As it makes landfall there over Catawana's island in the Philippines. Look at that. This is the loop of it. You can just see what happens there. Just really incredible stuff there. And I go right over Bato, and then the island go right over Virac on that island there in the Philippines. Really just mind-blowing. I can't really emphasize enough how potently strong and potentially deadly this super typhoon is right now. Really incredible sight here. I never would have expected this to happen from this super typhoon. Here's back to rainbow infrared imagery here of the storm, and just again really incredible storm. Again, 170 knot winds sustained, and 170 knots would be equivalent to 195 miles per hour, or 310 kilometers an hour. And the storm has a minimum central pressure of 884 millibars here. 884. That's just absolutely incredible. You rarely ever see a storm of this magnitude in this part of the world here. Like I said, usually every 10 years or so, give or take. And again, an 884 millibar super typhoon at landfall there. Just absolutely incredible. I really have no words for this. Just absolutely incredible. So this is pretty much going to be about it for this tropical update here. I'm going to leave it on this satellite imagery here of the Western Pacific. I'm not going to leave it on the Atlantic. I'm going to leave it on this here, just to show you how potent this super typhoon is here. And for those that are still in its path here, that still have time to evacuate, please do so. And please, if we can't do that, please seek shelter here and listen to your local officials here. If they tell you to evacuate or go to a shelter, you do that, because this is a serious typhoon. Of course, the typhoon's going to be weakening now, but still, just because it's a high-end Cat 4, wherever it makes landfall, and you're part of the Philippines here, does not discount how dangerous that a storm that intensity still is here. So just because again you see the storm weaken from Cat 4 to Cat 5 here, from Cat 5 to Cat 4 here, does not mean you need to stop taking this super typhoon seriously here. This is a serious situation here, and I really hope, and pray that the people of Catawana's island have made it through this typhoon all right. I really hope there's no fatalities at all with this storm. So again, that's going to be better for this tropical update here. If you have any questions or comments, leave it on the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability here. And if you want to know what links that I use for this tropical update, I have them down in the description below. You can click on the links down in the description below and get the latest information on this typhoon here, or on the other systems currently going on worldwide. Of course, worldwide right now, Super Typhoon GONI is the strongest storm at this point in time. Again, incredible 195 mile per hour 884 millibar potent catastrophic category 5 super typhoon here we're talking about. Hope everybody has a great day or night wherever you guys are. Stay safe, of course, especially for you guys in the Philippines. And see you guys in the next video. So that's going to be about it from me again, like I said. And see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everybody.